All right. I'd like to call the City of Highwoods regular city council meeting to order for Tuesday, November 15th. We're running a little late. Sorry about that. It's 8:05. Roll call, please.
Alderman Rice.
Here.
Walberg.
Here.
Fetterman.
Here.
Fiore. Peterson.
Here.
Slavin.
Here. Okay, first thing on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance. Would you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Review of the minutes. Any questions on, we had any questions only for 10:18? So I get a motion to approve 3.1, the city council minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next on agenda is 3.2, which is the committee of the whole minutes for October 18th. Can I get a motion for that?
Similarly, I'll vote, make
So-
a motion.
Second.
So, I don't know what else to say. All right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That was painful.
More than you, believe me.
What do we got next? No appointments at this time. Approval of the warrant list dated 11/15. Big bills going out.
So moved.
There we go.
I'll second.
We'll do roll call, please.
Alderman Walberg.
Yes.
Fetterman.
Yes.
Peterson.
Aye.
Slavin.
Aye.
Rice.
Yes.
We discussed the minutes, but 900,000 out the door? Passed. All right. Public input for items not on the agenda at this time. No, that's all right. Okay. Mayor's report, there is nothing at this time. Committee reports, we will be having committee meetings here. Long-term planning will be meeting.
Reporting next time.
Reporting next time as well as hopefully finance too, for a couple projects we wish to do in town. Clerk's report, treasurer's report, sorry, jumped right over that. We have a treasurer's report for this evening, correct?
The August?
Yes, please.
I didn't know whether you had gone over this at the last meeting or not. We have included the August 31st, 4 months of the fiscal year. Just a quick recap on your page 27 of 112. We have in the general fund, we have 2.3 in revenue, 1.9 in expenditures, for about a $482,000 surplus. That you can see that the revenue's at 49.3, and that's because most of the first part, the installment taxes are already here. And the expenditures are a little high also because, as we always note, that the police and fire pensions, that those 50% are also funded. But if you look at the following page on the breakout of those expenditures for the general fund, you can see that fire's at 51.6, and the reason is all the salaries, what was accrued in sick time, vacation, all of that has been paid out. So that jumps that number up to that 51.6. So you won't, that number will start decreasing that percent, because on the top right you see we should be at about 33% for our expenditures, but the reason why that drives that whole general fund up to 38% is mostly because of the fire. All those expenditures of payroll have already been paid out. On the following page, which is your page 29 of 112, you see our water revenue, our 1.1 million in revenue, 1.1 in expenditures, so we're good with that, but you do see 50% for both, rather than the 33%, and that's because of the IEPA projects that already have been spent, which was about a little over 600,000. The revenue came in and the expenditure got done, so that drives those 50% rather than the 33%. On page 32 of 112, you see our cash balances throughout all of the funds as of August 31st, 2016. Total cash is $3,760,696. with 13 cents. Want a little update on the audit. The audit was due on October 30th. We did file for the extension. Reason being is we were a little delayed with the actuaries that were being done, and it was because there was a lot of new ways to present it with the GASB 68, so it did take a little bit longer. But also we've been a little delayed with the capital assets. We did get the report. We went over it with the auditors. One of the things that we weren't on the same page with them was the threshold. When we first talked to them and told them that the threshold for the assets were at 10,000, they used, I believe, 20,000. So they missed some of the stuff, and we caught it during the audit, so and they've already corrected that. So now we just are doing the final review on those capital assets. It is very, a lot of work has to be done with that capital asset, and the auditors have to look, and now they've actually picked out a couple things in terms of having to see the physical asset. We gotta make sure, and then a lot of that, some of the stuff got either, I believe, sold with the fire department, but I believe they were out here about a week and a half ago. I don't think there was too many issues, but hopefully we'll have that review done by next week, and we do have 60 days to complete the audit with the extension, but we're not expecting to take the 60 days. We were looking no more than the 15 days, which was this week, to have a draft. So hopefully by the end of this month, we should get a draft. The thing that did slow us down was that capital asset, but the actuaries are completed. There was no issues with that, so now it's just the capital assets that we need to get done, and that's what's slowing us down right now. But we are within the 60 days within the extension period, and that was the only reason why we filed the extension.
Do you think at this point in time that qualification will be removed once the capital
Yeah,
asset?
we're still very positive that, and that's why we're going back and forth with it, because we want it removed. We don't want to be like 90% there, and then because of that 10%, we're still gonna get a qualified opinion. We'd rather hash it out between us and then see if we're off by that much, we can see why it would be qualified. But it's very immaterial in terms of, flagpole here or there, but it is an inventory of everything that Highwood has that's over that 10,000 threshold, and we would rather go back and forth with the auditors and get it to be unqualified rather than qualified, especially when we're spending so much time on it this year. I don't want to do it again next year.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, Dan.
Wonderful.
I get a motion to approve the treasurer's report, please.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes. Down to new business, which is 12. 12.1, consideration of a resolution approving and accepting an ARC recommendation for window and door signage at 400 Sheridan Road, Astra Mills. I get a motion for that, please.
I'll make a motion to approve with the new ARC recommendations.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
We got one. Two. They're coming, trickling in here. All in favor of this ARC recommendation, Brett? Brett, anything?
Aye.
Yep. Andy?
I just,
I
that
can
would
go
be
to opposed.
the photo in the packet is not.
That's why I said what I said.
Yeah, we already
Because
went.
This is a supplement.
I
to
asked
that.
the attorney before that it would be the,
Okay.
so the recommendation goes through according to how.
Can we just make sure this gets attached to that?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, you want it over the stop sign?
Yeah, that'll work. Never noticed that. Pretty good.
I'll go with opposed. Okay, motion passes. 12.2, consideration of an ordinance amending section 4-3-2:1A and 4-3-2-2A2 of the Highwood City Code to allow business to provide up to 8 amusement devices for the customers' use without defining such a business as an amusement arcade. So we had 3, moving on to 8.
Make a note that these amusement devices are not of the gaming nature.
They're not gaming, right? That you know. of.
Involved.
Yes.
Pinball, pool
Jukebox.
tables, jukebox, Pac-Man, Galaga.
Galaga.
Galaga?
Absolutely.
Those are
Joust.
those Joes.
I'll make the motion
Tempest.
to approve and waive first reading.
Thank you. A second? Roll call, please.
Alderman Faber,
Yes.
Betterman,
Yes.
Peterson,
Aye.
Slavin,
Aye.
Rice.
Yes.
Okay, 12.3, 12.4, and 12.5, all go together, but 12.3 is a consideration of an ordinance amending 4-1-8, F4 of the Highwood City Code to modify the fee required to change from a Class A license to a Class B license in the city of Highwood.
Make that motion to waive first reading and approve as read.
Thank
I'll
you.
second.
We have a motion and a second. So Scott, what we're allowing people to do is go back and forth between A and B for a minimal fee of
$500.
$500. Motion and second, roll call, please.
Alderman Faber,
Yes.
Rice,
Yes.
Slavin,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Betterman.
Yes.
12.4, consideration of ordinance amending 4-1-7, classification of a license in the Highwood City Code to eliminate a Class A liquor license and add a Class B liquor license to allow the Humboldt Club LLC to change their liquor license designation. If I get a motion for that, please.
Make that motion?
Thank you.
Second. Wait first.
Oh, sorry. Make those who wait for reading approved as written.
Second.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Alderman Fetterman,
Yes.
Peterson.
Aye.
Slavin,
Aye.
Rice,
Yes.
Faber.
Yes.
Then we have 12.5, consideration of an ordinance amending 4-1-7B5 of the Highwood City Code to modify the fee required for the annual renewal of a Class B license. Need to motion to waive first reading and approve.
We'll make a motion to waive first reading and approve, and we're moving it from 3160 to 35. Thousand dollars. Hundred million.
I'll
Do I have-
second.
Second, thank you very much. Motion second, roll call, please.
Alderman Slavin,
Aye.
Rice,
Yes.
Faber,
Yes.
Betterman.
Yes.
Peterson.
Aye.
12.6 we're not ready for. Do I table or just move past?
No, you do.
So we do, we
need
have to put a
pass the
number
resolution.
there.
Oh, we do have a number, don't we? All right, consideration of a resolution of the corporate authorities to determine the amount of the tax levy for 2016 tax year. And that number, yes, sir? What number that, do we have to announce that number, or, and that
Yes.
number is what,
The
1,548,196, $1,548,196, roughly a 4.8% increase over last year's tax levy of 1.476805. This is not a set number, but it is an estimated number. Next meeting, that will become a set number, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
What are we gonna do from now until then?
Get all the information we need to.
So between now and then, we are looking at a few things. We have requests from the library to increase their tax levy from last year. We have requests for the pensions to go to their recommended rate versus a required rate. And then we have the general corporate staying even, as well as NSSRA staying even. So the things we need to look at are those pension obligations as well as the library's request.
And if we come, with this number tonight, and we eventually want a number lower than that,
No problem.
Yeah,
we
you can't go above it.
we can't go above it, but we can adjust it down.
You can trust it
at
down
that point
as
in
far
time.
as you want.
Adjust down and approve at that point in time.
Yeah, there'll be an ordinance, passing, approving the tax levy that'll be on the agenda with those specific line items, and they can be adjusted.
Right, at the time, next meeting.
Is it next meeting?
It has to be passed by the
Yeah.
second meeting in December.
Oh,
We have a little time.
It's time to discuss it then.
well, we should,
Should have the ordinance on the table, then we can.
We should definitely put it on the conversation for next meeting, and then take a vote on last meeting.
How's that doing? Okay,
Yeah, as long as we have the luxury, let's hash through it.
yeah. We we have a motion for, I don't have a motion for the resolution. Can I get a motion to approve that
So
resolution,
moved.
please? Thank you. Second, please.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Roll call? Roll call, please.
Alderman Fulmer,
Yes.
Rice,
Yes.
Fetterman,
Yes.
Peterson,
Nay.
Slavin.
Aye.
12.7, we have consideration of ordinance vacating a certain portion of Washington Avenue. Sounds like a weird.
I'll make a motion to waive first reading and approve as read.
I'll second.
Scott, this is in line with our development up on Sheridan, Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Yes.
Waukegan.
Washington, yeah.
It is.
So many things going on, Charlie, you don't know.
I know, right? What about
Scored
the,
luck on.
Sir, go ahead. Yes.
It provides the necessary parking as approved by the Planning and Zoning Commission, for the developer for that property. Without that additional parking, there's not enough space for the development.
Okay. We have motion and a second, roll call on that one, please.
Alderman Fulmer,
Yes.
Rice,
Yes.
Slavin,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Fetterman.
Yes.
We have no reason to go into executive session this evening. Motion to adjourn would be the next, please.
I'll make that motion.
Motion.
Wish everyone a great night.
You too, Chris.
Do I get a second to, and I was trying to stay here. Motion second, all in favor?
Peace be with you. Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Or adjourned. See you in 2 weeks.